Darkness yields to a soft, ethereal moonlight. The dust settles, and in this stillness, something older than memory speaks. I do not shout, I do not command, I remind, I reflect, I return you to the self beneath the noise. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, unfocused, or lost, a Roman emperor might have the answer. Stay with us until the end to see how Marcus Aurelius's reflections continue to guide us in modern life. Imagine leading the most powerful empire in the world, battling plagues, wars, betrayal, and through it all, you write, not to the public, not for fame, but to yourself, quietly, thoughtfully. That was Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, and a man at war with his own mind. And 2,000 years later, his words still cut through the noise of our modern world. Marcus didn't grow up like most. He was adopted into power, trained to be an emperor, and eventually ruled during some of Rome's darkest times. But what set him apart wasn't the throne. It was the way he thought. He faced illness, stress, political chaos, yet every night he sat down and wrote, reminding himself to stay calm, to act with virtue, to be a good man. And what came from that? A book we now call Meditations, a journal never meant for anyone else. Meditations isn't a book of rules. It's not even really a book. It's a collection of notes, short reminders, like, don't waste time arguing what a good man should be one. Or, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus didn't write these to sound wise. He wrote them to survive, to stay anchored. Think about it. The most powerful man in the world, struggling with his ego, with anger, with fear. He used Stoicism as a kind of mental training. Ego. He reminded himself that power is temporary, that we are all just passing through. Control. He separated what he could influence his actions from what he couldn't. Mortality. He faced death with eyes open, not to be dark, but to stay present, to not waste time. One of his most haunting lines, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. He faced the end not with fear, but with presence, not to escape death, but to better embrace life. What can we learn from him today? Clarity over chaos. In a world filled with noise, Marcus teaches us to pause, to breathe, to return to reason. Principles over emotion. He believed you could train your reactions, that just because something feels urgent doesn't mean you should act on it. Service over self. He wasn't obsessed with reputation. He wanted to do the right thing, even if no one noticed. Reflection as ritual. Marcus journaled not to look smart, but to become better, to realign every single day. This isn't abstract. You can use this today. When you feel overwhelmed, return to the breath. When you're angry, pause. Ask, what part of this can I control? When you feel lost, reflect. What would your highest self do? Start small. Copy one line from Meditations. Carry it in your pocket. Let it guide your choices for just one day. This is what Stoicism is. Not about being emotionless, but about being steady. Marcus didn't write to us. He wrote to himself, and in doing so, left us a map. He reminds us the battle is always within, and the victory? That's living with clarity, courage, and calm. Final quote. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing for more reflections like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation alive.